Oh man, I did it wrong again. I'm telling you, one of these days, one time I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it right. But I guess today just ain't the day. What's up, everybody? Welcome in, my fellow collectors. Welcome to Kenzo Tuesday Live. Um, yeah, we're continuing the Tuesday round. I don't know. We works a little bit unorganized, I guess, to say, put it lightly, I guess. So it's definitely gonna get there. I just like today I worked half a day. Today was first day of school for Merrick, so that was another thing. So it was one of those where okay, we get up at 5:45, get Merrick ready, take him to school. He gets up super early because he wants to kind of split his day up. So got up 5:45, got him ready, got to school, came home, changed, left, went to work, worked till 2, then got home, picked Merrick up from school, cut the grass, took a shower, and boom, here I am. Pretty busy today. Dang. I actually got some, I was actually pretty productive. And now I put a patch on and I'm on my heating pad. And yeah, we're doing okay though. We're doing okay. Let me check my sound. Are we doing all right? Oh, sound is great. Even though I hate my voice, I sound good. Let's hit the chat, shall we? Good. Welcome in, everybody. We got Bigum. Bigum. I don't know why I'll always just call you Bigum. Bigum. Welcome in, my friend. We got MOTU Guru. Welcome back, my friend. We missed you. I know we missed a couple of Tuesdays. Like I said, since I switched over, I think I'm gonna stay here. I know, like I said, I know there's some other shows. Whew. Excuse me. There's some other shows going at the same time, and that's just how it goes, I guess. Like I said, it's just what we have to do. But if see, I was hoping to have my Mondays, Tuesdays, which then I was told I was going to have them, and now I'm shit. This week I have Monday, Saturday off. Next week I think I have Wednesday, Thursday, and then the next week I think I have Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, or Sunday, or it's so wacky. So the one thing that is consistent though is I do, even if I do work on Mondays and Tuesdays, I only work till 2 because I have to pick up my son. And I told him at the beginning, I'm like, Mondays, Tuesdays, I am 100% in charge of my son. And when he goes to school, I got to be the guy to pick him up. So anyway, Guru, you can come buy this if you want. I don't want this in my, I don't want this anymore. And it's too big, and you can buy this. You can come buy it. Your daughter will like it, I bet. It's I just don't want to sell it and ship it. It's got to be picked up, and you're the only one I know that's close. So you can come buy that if you want. But anyway, let's go. That's right. Red side. Ray Black's in the house. Welcome in, my friend. Hello, Kenzo and chat. We have Carol in the house. What's up, Sister Carol? Welcome in. SCS Dope. Aloha all. Rockin'. No, without AC. No. That's not good, man. What a drag. Well, hopefully you find some sort of release, man, because that's a drag. Yurko is in the house. The man, the myth, the legend. What's going on, my friend? Welcome, welcome. I've been, gosh, and it's funny because I have all these plans and all this stuff to do, and I just want to be consistent. I just want to have a consistent day off so I can have a couple days. Now, when, like I said, Merrick started school today, so now on my days off, I'm not focused on entertaining and doing stuff with him because I will take on my days off. Either way you look at it, either I'm taking him to school or he's at school and I have time on my own. So, that'll be good. So I can catch up on painting. I can catch up on the boxes. I can catch up on everything. So, because honestly, like we did that one little vacation and then we came back and then it was work again, and you get paid once every 2 weeks, and it's barely enough to kind of get by. And so I got to start getting better. I mean, but I am getting commissions now. I'm starting to get into the flow of things. So that'll work. That'll help. You genius in the house. What's up, my friend? Welcome in. Still, again, another one. I still got your little name on. I got your name on the Beast Man. I didn't forget about you. It's still there. And Jason's Electric. Oh, let it look. You know what we got to do? Yeah, baby. Thank you, Jason. We got $10 super chat in the books. Yes, yes, yes. We got Frank is in the house. Welcome in, Frank. Look at that. That is such a cool picture. Allison, if only you live close enough. Yeah, and that's it. That's the problem, and that's the downside, and the hard part about it, because I don't. There's no way that this thing would make it in a box anywhere. I mean, I would have to completely disassemble it. There's glued parts. It would just not work. So it would definitely have to be pickup only in like gentle white gloves and all that good stuff. So yeah, definitely. All right, David is in the house. Welcome in, David. Oh shit, Allison with but what do I know? I'm just some bitch. Let's give her this one. Nothing like a good old Samus. Samus getting in the bikini, you know. That's how it goes. Country gentleman's in the house. Welcome in. Man, that's another cool thumb right there. Look at those teeth in that guy. He does really well with the brushing. If I could find a spot for the Crystal Castle, I would. But hey, I'm telling you, man, if you do, you let me know. Because I mean, I know I probably can and should rearrange everything in here. Because once I get everything rearranged, I can probably do something else. But you know, man, I've got so much shit and I just don't know what to freaking do. I honestly, you know what I should focus on maybe downsizing on are these. All these freaking Mondos that oh, don't you dare go down. My little connection became unstable. I don't want any of this shit like last week. Hold on, I'm going to turn my Wi-Fi off of my phone so there's nothing else in the house that picked up the Wi-Fi. Guys, if something goes bad, you guys know the drill. I probably have to run this downstairs or something. No, I don't want to do that. I'm getting a little nervous because it says it's unstable. It's down to one little bar. And I did not see, I have not had time to, I bought the wire, but I didn't run it through yet. I don't know. I got to drill through a floor or I got to put it through a window on upstairs. So I got to do that. So hopefully this doesn't fuck up, guys. I'm really sorry if it does. I will cry a little bit. I won't cry, but you know. These days have been intense for everyone. I'm currently working on Galaxy Warriors Castle. Oh my goodness, that's going to be freaking awesome. It's taken me a long time to research the interiors, the place that was never produced. That is going to be so freaking cool, Yurko. Dude. I can't wait, man. It's going to be great. Yes, you're welcome, sir. Like I said, I haven't moved it. Everything is, unfortunately, and this is my fault. Everything is, I blame me. But when I had the money early to get everything going, I took the vacation, I took the trip, and then I get an email saying that shit got that I had pre-orders that I kind of thought were going to be later, and they hit. And so you drop what, $150 like that, and you're like, and then my progressive says, "Hey, your bill's coming out on Tuesday," and I said, "No, let's go Friday because Friday's the day you can take it out." So everybody has bills and everybody has a life and everybody has this shit. It's nothing new and it's nothing unique. It's just funny when, you know, you're used to something and you're used to having a decent job with a decent amount of pay, and then all of a sudden you're in a job where you're like, "Oh fuck, man, this week to week shit's fucking killing me." Anyway, oh shit, MOTU Tony coming in. Let's see. Oh, we got to do here. That was fast. We just busted open that race real quick. I know Jason right away wants. Jason started it off. MOTU Tony's always coming in hot, and Allison Troy killing it. And then we got a fun little race getting ready for the race. We got a little ways to go, but God, I'm really getting worried. This thing stays unstable. Connection is unstable. If you turn on your Wi-Fi, and I ended up getting a new router, which was supposed to be better. I don't know, some bullshit. Damn it. All right. Nolan's in the house. What's up, Nolan? Welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. All right. Again, as our friend Oz always said, we become ToyTube official when I got the 2 superpowers of Nolan and Rhea. Yeah, buddy. Jason's in the house. What's up, Jason? You scare me with that picture, though, a little bit. It was that negative. Reminds me of high school when I did yearbook and I was a photo editor, and we always mess with shit and saw how funny people looked in the negative. But anyway, so all right, guys, welcome in. So now that we got through the chat a little bit, and hopefully my freaking thing does not start breaking up. I don't know what's gonna happen because it's just sitting at that bottom. I need it to be higher here because I all that shit erased last time. Anyway, so let's check something. How about we remove our intro and let's check a page that I'm sure everybody knows. Allison's been very good with keeping me up to date. We doesn't look like it's there yet. I mean, the only downside, I know it's going to happen, but the downside is it's 8 days left, and it's barely almost to the first target. We were almost to the first target with 13 days left, and here we are with 8 days, and we got 58 more. It's just on the brink. The only sad part is honestly, this may be number one. I might miss it. I'm just looking at timing, and this is one of those things where everybody goes through it. Whether it be an allowance from a significant other or a job that's not gonna cut the mustard with you getting extra toys, especially something for $300. I might just end up missing out. It's awesome. It's cool. I can't deny that. But even looking around my room, it's like you could probably do without it. It's really cool. And I think the one thing I'd miss the most would be the horse. I know it's not a horse, but So, and again, even if it gets to the point where if it goes all the way through, then they have the payment options. If they get the payment options, then probably I'll be able to do it. And I'm sure they will, right? The payment options, even if it's a day before close. That is the one way I probably will be fine by getting it. But yeah, so close. We'll close it up. I mean, obviously I think it's going to pass. It ain't going to be a problem. It's kind of sad that it should already have passed, and it should be getting, because if it passed already, once it passes and then starts getting payment plans, I think the second tier is going to boom, because there are so many people in the same boat that say, well, there's a lot of people that say, oh, 300 is too much, whatever. But there are a lot of people in the same boat to say, shit, man, everything's coming out at once, which we all know. And if you're in a spot where you need to put it on a payment plan, I think once it opened up, I think it actually wouldn't do too bad. I think it would open up. I think that second tier would hit once it opened up if it did payment plans. So yeah, that's my feeling exactly. What's up, Ronnie Trickshot? Welcome in, my friend. What is going on? So cool. So cool. Yeah. All right. So just plain yogurt. Got to prove the update. Late delivery on the He-Man Skeletor 2-pack. Oh, they haven't canceled it. You had to approve the update. Oh, dude, what a, and I worry about that because that's what I was talking about. And obviously it's a way different thing. It wasn't even that important as this one. I am just going to have to go searching at the stores. But the Sunman one, the second set that was Sunman, I ordered that. I caught it every time. I made sure I checked my emails. I always updated, always approved it. And then I approved it, and then they canceled it. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was up on this shit. What the hell? And then, of course, it's sold out or it's not available. So I call, and the lady at Target said, well, there's only so many times we can delay it before we have to cancel it all and start again on the day of release instead of having a pre-order. Because they can only, and you know, I honestly, I hate pre-ordering from Target anyway, especially now. When I was doing it last year and I had the extra cash, it was easy because I didn't worry about them fucking putting holds on the funds. But now, like, if you're putting holds on 2 different things or 3 different things, and you are doing a month to month or check to check life, unfortunately, right now, you're going to get that chunk and it's going to be like, here you go. We're going to put that on hold. So yeah, so that definitely sucks. It really does. Hold on one second. Okay. Still unstable. Fuck, still showing unstable. Come on, just fix. Okay. Anyway, so but if you are on that, they will put you in the negative just to do a little bump on your funds. It's like instead of doing like BBTS or Entertainment Earth where you can pre-order anything you want, and that does not do anything until you have the product and it's getting ready to ship, then they charge you. That's beautiful. But when Target does it, I don't like it. Caca. Snores. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, Allison. I knew I could count on Allison for that one. All right. So the snake layer would be cool, but decisions must be made. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, my kid's mad at me. I didn't pack his charger. I just unplugged it. And I asked him to come back. I screwed him up. Oh, well, he's going to have to. I mean, it's only going to be an hour before bed. Yep, my bad. Oh, I feel bad. I said I was rushed in my head. I rushed myself and sorry guys. I forgot 2 things for him. I picked him up one of those I picked him up a Wi-Fi plug. What? Oh my gosh. Why? Okay. Okay. Anyway, sorry guys. Now apparently my ex is coming up to get that plug for me for Merrick. Oh, that's terrible. Okay. Anyway, sorry guys. Off subject here. Let me go back. Yeah, I know. And for me it's like I still want to collect and I still want the little things. I still want the action figures that I like, and the playset would cut it back. And yes, I know the action figures would be available later. And unfortunately those pre-orders that hit kind of took things away. And it basically, because it was about $150 that I could have had for Friday, that I could have just had half the money there and then I could have done the rest. But if a payment plan's optional, then I'll do it. Sorry, I completely got like so distracted and my brain doesn't work like this when I'm distracted. So I do apologize, guys. They have not done the early bird again. Give it to everyone who might have gotten tier 2. Well, and I still think there's a chance. I still think that if they close it, or if they hit the goal soon enough, like in the next 2 or 3 days, and then they have 5 days left of time to do the payment plan, I think it would hit. Because I think there's so many people that say, yeah, if they give me the payment plan, I'll do it. And that's kind of where I know a lot of people are. The Snorts got me back. Yeah, my first Mattel crowdfund. It will, David. It will 100%. Absolutely. Joe Fan 84. What's going on? Welcome in. Couple of Joe guys. Yeah, buddy. I did get a Joe, which was surprising because this is one of the surprises that I didn't even realize was still in order, because I thought I got an email telling me that it was canceled. But he showed up in the mail the other day. I was like, what the hell? That was pretty freaking awesome. I was actually really, really excited about it. Oh my gosh. I feel so bad. And she's got a key, so she can come in and grab it. I need to get it ready for her if she's on her way. Do you guys mind if let me jump off for one second? One second. Let me do this. I might run the whole thing. No, I won't run the whole thing. I'll just be right back. Let me do this. Be right back. Okay. Woo! Sorry, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Oh, I had to put it by the door, and I unlocked it, so I had to make sure that my she can come in and grab it real quick. Scatterbrain. I had so much. You guys heard my whole day. I had so much going on, and then at the end of the time, it was like she came to pick Merrick up, and I was like, okay, let's get your stuff, and we got it all ready and threw it in there, and forgot to put the charger for the laptop, and his laptop doesn't do well without the charger. So and door is unlocked. Okay. Anyway, back to the chat. Sorry, guys. Right on. What's up, Mikey? Attorney of Royalty is in the house, guys. Hey, did you hear what happened with Mikey? There might be a little bit of some from Mikey. Are you working tonight, brother? Are you at work tonight? Are you on your lunch break? Because it's what time? 7:30? Are you off today? Not sure. Let me know, my friend. Let me know, because if you're there and you're not working, if you want, I could bring you on. Maybe tell the folks a little bit, something. I don't think my son could function without some kind of electron. Well, yeah, dude, I feel so bad because, like, if it was any other day, I would have brought it down there. But my ex, she worked all day too. She freaking worked, and then she had shit to do, and then she came and picked him up after work, took him home, and now and we live about 10 minutes away, and she's got to drive all the way back up here and back home, and she's wasting 20 minutes of her time at night, and I feel like shit because it's my fault. But again, these are the things that I should have been pushing to him to get his own stuff and make sure he's ready, because I scatterbrain sometimes, man, and especially if I'm like having a long day, man, it's very easy for me. You guys know I get distracted very easily. You guys see my lives all the time. You guys know how it works. So anyway, yeah, he's cool, man, and I was really surprised that Walmart came through. I didn't know. I saw pictures, and I think there was a lot of stuff that people maybe just shined it a certain way that made it look glow in the dark, but there was definitely no glow in the dark anything, because I put it to the shine. Maybe it's like black light color, maybe it's a black light shine, but it's pretty cool. I really like it, and I think it was Home Arcade. Home Arcade actually mixed that head with one of the MOTU guys, and it actually looked really good. Like on the Mossman, on the mutated Mossman from the Turtles of Grayskull, looked really good. So, well, I think, the problem is that I hate, because we picked up, my son had some money set aside for his birthday. My parents just gave him cash, and I told him, just put it aside for something you want. Well, we went to my nephew's birthday. My youngest nephew just turned 18. Holy crap. And so we went down to visit, and he had this cool little setup. He says he had a piece of crap. He says, it's trash, but it was kind of a cool little computer that was built by a friend of his. And then he had this curved screen, and he had another tall screen or whatever, and it was all connected, and it looked cool. Well, Merrick was just like, Dad, I want one of those screens. Is that something I can use for my birthday money? And I said, dude, I mean, right now I can't do it. So yeah, if you want it, that you're going to have to do that. So we went to his piggy bank, and we pulled out the cash, and it was like $120 for just like a 27-inch Samsung little, curved computer screen. And then it's HDMI plug, so we just use the HDMI from his laptop to the screen, and we put those little things behind it for the ambient lights, and it just came out so cool. And he was having a blast playing it. And then, of course, when he goes to Mom's, he doesn't have that, but it was one of those where he wanted to play after school for a little while, and that's where I jacked up with the plug, because I was bonehead. Anyway. Yeah, no, it's good. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. And I come back, I'm still probably way behind here. Got a Frag Viper. That one looks really cool too. I am definitely a big fan. Now, this is one unfortunate thing. Other than the stuff I had ordered, which is this one and the Cobra Commander battle armor, those are probably the last two I'll get for a while until I figure something out. Whether it's getting a different extra second job or this one getting more profitable, because it is a commission job, and it's just the store's not as crazy or busy as you would want it to be, I guess. So you got to take advantage of every customer. And I've always been a really decent, as far as not a pushy person, not a pushy salesman, but it get to a point where I can relate really well. And it's fun because you're helping people improve themselves, because I'm selling mattresses. It's a mattress place. So if you have someone that's in chronic pain like myself, I can relate, and I can really empathize with that, and I can show them something that, hey, this worked for me. It's not going to work for everybody, but notice the difference here and here. Like when you get into a specific bed, or you get into a specific base that raises your feet up and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. It's kind of cool. So anyway, I'm not going to be a bed salesman. I'm getting off of that. Yes, absolutely. What's going on? Cobweb Collector is in the house. Welcome in, my friend. Long time no see. I missed out on the clubhouse last week because, again, same thing. I got off of work, and I had my son, so I got off of work. I went and picked Merrick up, and then we spent the night hanging out, just doing whatever. Like I said, got his new computer area set up, and he was having a blast. So yeah, and we're back. And I'm still way behind. So let me catch up real quick. Not a good week for me. My aunt passed away this morning. Unfortunately, she's 5 hours away. Oh, Joe fan. Sorry, man. You know, and that just in 5 hours away. It's just one of those things where, especially because I don't know when the last time you talked to her and stuff like that. It puts a lot in perspective. Like I know, and just to kind of, as far as where I was at with something like that, like when grandma passed, it was like that. It was so hard that when we get to a certain point, man, and we get to these certain ages, the people that we love growing up, the people that we love, that taught us a lot of things growing up and helped us find our way as young kids, and they're getting older to where now it's, we're losing them, and it's hard. It just really sucks, man. But I'm praying for you, man. Sorry, dude. Damn. All right. Just got home, eating dinner with the wifey, maybe closer to 7:30 ish. You can come on real quick. Hell yeah, dude. Anytime, brother. Anytime. Squirrel. Yep. All over the place. Hey, Brick something. Well, let's talk to Brick something, because I have been so busy that I didn't even talk to Brick yet. Brick, if you're here, you won last week. You won the blind box for the membership chat. So congratulations to you, my friend. And I haven't got a hold of you yet, because I didn't even get on the clubhouse. I didn't do shit this week but work. So congratulations to you, Brick something. You did win last week for our blind box. So how about that? Pretty cool. Not bad, right? All right, let me see. I might be catching up here. My boy's been wanting one of those curved screens. Yeah. It's really, it's cool. It doesn't seem like it's much. And they had it on sale. It was like 140 down to 120. And they had a really high-end gamer one that was the same size and everything that was like 260. And I'm like, holy shit, is it that much of a difference? But he doesn't play like the, what's the game that I'm thinking, like, oh my gosh. Well, the high graphics games. He doesn't play those. He plays more the 12-year-old games, which are still fun, but the graphics aren't too crazy. I was thinking, I even have my parents got one of those Xboxes that was from one of these storage units, and it was a special one of that. It's like the military one. And I completely blanked on the name. So anyway, yeah, definitely, man. 82. Yeah. Remembers me, but wasn't all there. See, and my grandma she had dementia as well. And she had just a lot of the memory loss, but same thing. She remembered me because we went and visited her. She was really, really close. So we went and saw her every day for the last 3 years, and she remembered us. She still, like, her last smile was for Merrick, for my son, when he came in. It was one of those, but yeah, it was, well, but Grandma Fran jumped up to 102. So it's one of those things where you figure 82 years old, still too young, but bet she had a good life, man. I bet she did. Absolutely. We are. Absolutely. Yes, you won, Brick. You won. You won the race. If you watched last week's live, just go, like, you can fast forward and watch the end, like the last 10 minutes. Last 20 minutes, we did a regular race, and we did the members race. I do one members race a month, and I put everybody in that's a member, and they do the race, and whoever wins that gets a blind box as well. So good job, dude. All right. They live in Atlanta, where I used to live. They went from 5 minutes to 5 hours. Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, hopefully everything, obviously it's not but hopefully it goes smoothly, and hopefully it's beautiful, hopefully it's put together well, because I know that makes such a difference to where it helps you grieve a little bit more. I've seen some funerals and some services that just, you almost get more upset because they just drop the ball on things. I just really hope everything goes smoothly, because it does help. It really does. Last week disappeared with family stuff. Work started on my bed. Yeah. Your B-Day. Oh shit. Happy birthday, man. I didn't even see. Holy crap. And Brick's already like 33, 34, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I always think about, like, when I was stat about grandma, and it's like 101 years old. Not, she didn't make it to 102. I'm sorry. Her 102 birthday would have been in August. So she made it to 101. The thing is, and I always remember the Michael Jordan comment, and even though it's like, it's Michael Jordan, but his comment was, I'm not sad that, I mean, yes, I'm sad that I lost my dad, but I'm thankful and glad that I had him for 32 years, and that, we're just thankful that we have these type of people in our lives that we love to help us and stuff. That's really cool, but it does not make it any better, we got this. What's going on, Alf? Welcome in, my friend. Yeah, you didn't even know. I don't even remember what monster you were. I think it was a monster race. Yeah, it was pretty cool. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, it helps family, like you say. It's one of those where everybody getting together kind of sometimes helps the grieving. It really does. Like, everybody does it differently. I kind of have a weird way of doing it, but like it is definitely, I think it's helpful to have family around, definitely. Another 14 after that. There you go, buddy. Yeah, Brick definitely doesn't look like it, man. He does look a lot younger than most of us. Like, I joke around saying, man, I feel pretty good about myself. Like, I think I look, when some of the customers, when they say, oh, I'm almost 50, and they go, what? No way. I'm like, hey, thank you. I appreciate you guys saying that. But Brick's on another level. He's like, Brick looks like he's is up mid 30s or low 30s, Oh, we got Chad in the house. What's up? Oh, shit. Something fell. I think Skeletor fell. Welcome in, Chad. What's going on, my friend? You have to do better and get one of them shirts. That's pretty funny, man. That's pretty good stuff. I have a little project that I'm working on for Chad as well. It's gonna be kind of epic. And just announcement on this one, because now it's set. I talked to my boss today. It's 100% set. Not this Sunday, but next Sunday I will be on Chad's show. We had a little bit of my job screwed me up on the schedule, and they kind of redid everything and kind of screwed me up. Where this week he was like, I might have to make adjustments. Did you make any plans? I said, yes, I did for next Sunday, not this coming Sunday, but next one. So keep me off the schedule for that. So he did. So I will be joining Chad on his pregame. So that'll be fun. Definitely. I quit counting forward when I have 39 again. That's right. Damn it. Yeah, it's going to be cool, man. What I did was I always print two of everything if I'm printing something. And yours, it's obviously, we know there's not a whole bunch of paint like apps and details and stuff that are going to be difficult, like as far as taking a long time. But especially because I already got the base coat on. But there's two different versions of that Noid. Don't say it out loud. There's two different versions of what I was making. Shit. See his big mouth? It always does stuff to me, because I was going to surprise it, but there was two different versions of what I'm making. One is like a video game version where it's like a black with red, and then the commercial version is actually, it's tan. It's like a tannish, orangish. So I'll have two different ones. They'll just have the different crusher. So anyway, that's funny. It's just kind of said it out loud there. A lot of times when he's on, I'm usually, dude, honestly, yeah. And it kind of sucks, because that was where I was when I wasn't working, and I was catching him on Sundays and catching so I have a good, cool little Sunday lineup where I catch Allison early and then Chad and Brick. So it's kind of just got a cool Sunday lineup. Avoid the Noid. Yes, Brick, it is. And I am, because of work, I've been working every Wednesday, and even though they might have me going Wednesdays, Thursdays eventually at some time, I might jump back to Monday, Tuesdays off. And this is kind of the day I can choose. It wasn't one that I wanted. And actually, I kind of thought it was going to be okay, because like the last 3 weeks I had seen that Ed and Travis had been doing Wednesdays. So I was like, well, maybe they jumped to Wednesdays. So then I'll just swap places with them and jump back to Tuesday. But then I noticed they jumped back to Tuesday as well. So I don't know. I just, but like we always talk, and it's one of those things where I've talked to him about it too. It's like, we just kind of have to pick what we pick, and whatever works. And if people watch me on the replay, that's fine. Or if they, they can catch us either way you look at it. But yeah, I think the same thing with Jeff. I was checking out Jeff in the afternoons during the week when I wasn't working yet. And then, now I'm starting to work, and every now and then, like if it's slow at the store, I'll throw it on there on my phone, or, I'll try to catch them if I'm on a lunch. I don't get lunch breaks anymore because I'm not on training anymore. So now I'm in my PJs. So I do try to catch a little bit during, at least 10, 15 minutes of it at the end. So it's kind of one of those things, we do what we can. I worked at Domino's for 7 years, and Noid went away because the guy sued because he said they used his name. Yeah, that's that. I've heard that. Yeah, Chad brought that up a couple times. That's a pretty funny story about the Noid, right? Yeah, I it just kind of, we got to do what we got to do. Guy took 2 Domino's in place hostage. Yep, that's a crazy story, dude. Like, and it's funny because the guy at work today, I was talking to him about making something like that, and I showed him. I go, do you know the Noid, right? Because we have a Domino's like two buildings away from my job, and I was like, you remember the Noid, right? But he's like 30, and he's like, no, what's the Noid? I'm like, oh, I hate you. But I told him, I was like, dude, no, the Noid was huge for Domino's. Like, the commercials were bullshit because I never saw Domino's pizza look like that, because their pizza looked amazing on the commercials, and I never saw it look like that. But the Noid was huge for Domino's. Like, they made a video game, the Nintendo game. That's the one thing I noticed, because I went to look for, because it's part of the thing I'm doing, has the crusher, the pizza crusher. And the video game pizza crusher is red and black, whereas the commercial pizza crusher has the orangish tan. So it's gonna be sick. You guys will check it out. What's going on, K Dog? We got K squared now. Atta boy. What's going on, buddy? Robot Chicken does a sketch about it. That's funny, dude. On my knees. I'm old. That's the worst part. Like, I'm the one doing, and I was joking with them because they were talking about, because I have a legitimate injury with my back. And one of the guys was talking. He goes, "You all right, Ken? You all right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm good." And he's like, "You're just old." And he starts laughing. He goes, "That's what happens. You get weak." And I go, "I guarantee you I could outbench both you guys. I don't want to hear this bullshit. I'm old and weak, because I'm not weak. I have injury, but I'm still stronger than both you fools." I take offense. I'm old, but I still got the little spark in me, because I have been doing a lot more than I should. We loaded up a truck to go to the Colorado State Fair today, and it was full of mattresses, and it was me and some other guy. We just did the whole thing, and it's like, when you're trying to lift an adjustable mattress base and you have, it's not fun. That part of it's not fun. So hopefully we get our inventory all squared away, so there's not too much lifting anymore, because I got this job because it's something I could physically handle, and then I'm doing too much warehouse work. But anyway, back to the show. Hordak and Cobra kind of got mine yesterday. Masterverse, dude, I did get one. The other 2 are on the way, but he arrived this afternoon. As soon as I got off of work, I got him. I am so freaking impressed, dude. Like, that head sculpt, they are getting better and better. And I just, honestly, that's what I've been saying since day one. Not day one, maybe day 30. No, but I've been saying it for a while, is that if I have to make a choice, which is a possibility, I am choosing Masterverse over all of it. Masterverse is killing it. I cannot wait. So the CobraCon and Tila, they came, I didn't get it on that first wave of the way it went in, but I did see them come back, and I ordered them right away. And I didn't, I saw them come back on the pre-order, and then they just, boom, all 3 of them shipped out. But Hordak came first, and I'm impatient, so I don't worry about. I don't let my pile of loot fill up. If there's something I wanted, I just send $4. Okay. So, oh yeah, no, exactly, dude. And that's the funniest part. He tries to he complains a lot, and I'm always like, dude, you can't complain in this job. I'm like, seriously, almost 20 years older than you, and you can't complain. That's just the way it is. You can't say, oh, my back, or, oh, he goes, yeah, but I'm fat. It's different. So you're not as fat as me, so I have a complaint. I go, no, because I can't get younger. You can lose weight. That's the way that goes. That's like that joke where when when the big kid, and they always say, you're fat. And then the big kid said, hey, I can lose weight. You're always going to be ugly. So he can lose weight. I'm always going to be old. So either way. Oh my gosh, 41. Oh, I wished, Joe Fan. I would love to be 41 again. 25. Holy shit. Well, and I mean, I remember when, you know, there was a time where I was like, you know, oh shit, man, I'm getting up there, you know, and you get to almost, when you get to 30, you do kind of feel like, oh shit, man, I'm half, you know, I'm over halfway to 50. I'm getting up there, you know, you start feeling like getting, but even 40 was okay. 40, I didn't feel old. I still don't feel old except for my back. Like I feel fine. I feel like a young pup as long as, you know, I take care of my freaking, and I probably got to hydrate a little bit better, but man, I just, you know, the old folks laugh at us, but I'm the oldest in the building. So out of all the people that work at the place that I'm at, I am the oldest by about 7 years, maybe. So 43. Nolan, happy early birthday. I'm sure I will see you again before that, but happy early birthday, my friend. Hell yeah. You're getting up there, but I still got you by a little bit. So definitely. Dude, yeah, everybody because Nolan, honestly, like when you look at, I've said this before, and I don't care. I'll say it 100 times because I just appreciate you so much. Nolan is like the guy. It's like I've never seen anybody with just such a. He just is so. He's the coolest dude. He's very, you know, he's a soft-spoken guy for the most part, but he's so supportive of everybody on here, and it's like when you see Nolan in your chat, you're like, all right. You know, it makes you feel good. You get Nolan and Ray in there, and you're like, all right, you know, hey, you feel like you did something good. My nephew's 24. I was 17 when he was born. Yeah, those things. Yeah, my nephew just turned 18. We just went to his birthday party, and he's the youngest of my sister's kids, and I was just like, gosh, man, I'm like, I can't believe this shit. December is my 50th. Guess it's no, Tony, you got time. 60 is the new 50 something. Oh, that's awesome. That's okay. And 91, dude. Yeah. I know, you guys always, you heard my story about grandma, and it's cool when they're, like you said, maybe the last 6 months were the worst, but that last year she did kind of get to a point where she was losing, she had the dementia and all that. But up until then, shit, man, she went and did the Silver Queen. We took her to the fair. She got her little Silver Queen thing, and she got up there with the crown and got interviewed in front of the state fair and all that. So like up until that 101st birth, or after the 100th birthday, maybe 6 months in, she was still doing great. So it's just freaking cool. I don't think I want to live that long, you guys. What do you think? I don't know. I still feel like I'm young, but my kids don't let me forget it. Yeah, no, yeah. Well, it's worse when you hear somebody say, so you were born in the late 1900s? No, no. You don't say late 1900s. That's stupid. Man. But, I guess it's true, but it's stupid to say it like that. Because when we say 1900s, we think of like 1905 or, the early 1900s. We don't think of 1978 being late 1900s. Give me a freaking break, man. Jason's at 53. Woo! You got time. You got plenty of time. Hell yeah. Happy birthday, man. My great grandma died just shy of 100 in 2015. People live a long time in my family. Same here, brother. Grandma Fran was 101. My great grandma Rose, who was my grandma Fran's mom, she was 99. My grandma Eunice, which was my grandpa, I'm on the same side, my grandpa's mom, she was 102. And the funny thing was, we always joked about it, but every time we would have our holiday dinners, like we'd have the tortellini. And the tortellini, the way we served the tortellini was we did basically the little raviolis, and had the meat in there, had the roast kind of in there. And then we would put it in a soup, like a chicken broth. And we would always have that before our meal. That was like the starter, was the tortellini. And all the grandmas, Grandma Fran, Grandma Rose, Grandma Eunice, always would pour a little red wine in that. They'd have a little bit of red wine in their chicken broth. So And that was it. They would do that and maybe just, you know, a little glass here and there. And, you know, that's the way I say it was the red wine and the tortellini that got him to that age. So absolutely, man, you deserve it for sure. Absolutely. My son sees my joke collection and says, man, toys were great back then. Yeah. Back then. Yeah. No, and I mean, we got that one is, you know, when you look at something that you used to collect and now it's looked at as vintage, that's another thing that we're like, man, it's vintage. What the, you know, come on, man. And that is a sad truth that, you know, a lot of the stuff we collected is a vintage piece now. Yeah, he is, man. It's like he's got like a whole setup. I always think of him, he's like Alfred, right? In that Batman in the basement where he's got all the screens and he's just on everybody's YouTube just yep, that's right. That's right, damn it. Nolan's man. It says 199, so I'll grow up after 99. That's true. That's true. And actually, I was thinking 92 because that was the one where, who is it? Nat King Cole on the Merry Christmas song where chestnuts roasting on an open fire, and at the end where he says, from 1 to 92, and I'm like, well, they don't want to wish anybody. They don't want to wish Grandma a Merry Christmas for the last 9 years of her life because they stopped at 92. What the hell? Yeah, late 20th century. Oh God, what's up, Wraith? The hammer is here. What's up, brother? Yeah, true. As long as I can go to the bathroom on my own, I'm good. But as soon as I need someone else to wipe my ass, just put me down. And I joke with my mom all the time. She's like, "How you feeling, honey?" I'm like, "Let's go out back. Let's go behind the shed. Let's go behind the shed and just put me out of my misery." She's like, "Yeah, me too." But that's, you know. But I agree. I feel bad enough, and here's some TMI for you guys. I hate that in the morning when I get up. If I have to use the restroom and I just got up, it's the worst thing in the world for me because if I don't stretch, it is the most painful thing in the world to do that to myself because I'm like, I can't. So there you go. There's some fun stuff for you. Everyone 90s and 100s. That's cool. And I'm hoping my dad follows in the footsteps. My dad is 74 and get out of here. 74, but he's still always working on shit, always outside, always doing something. So definitely hope he, you know, he seems like he's following in the footsteps of Grandma and stuff. So late 19, I mean, it does. It really does, but it just doesn't sound right. It sounds stupid, but it is accurate. I know. Mike Jones now playing in my head. Thanks, Joe. That's funny. I'm probably so far behind. Oh no, I'm not. Good. Okay, I'm not that bad. After we collect is considered vintage. That is very true. It is, and I'm good with it. And honestly, Brick, just like you, I mean, obviously for you, because man, you know, like you say, you're holding on to your youth very well. I just think when we look, hey, just look in the mirror and you say, you know what, I'm 47, but I'm doing okay. You know, I'm there could be a lot of worse shit going on. I'm doing all right, so I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah, 2000X is vintage. Yeah, I got that nice 3 racks of 2000X set up too. Or two full racks of 2000X. They're just such cool figures, man. Poor Chet and his burn nuts. Oh yeah. Roasted on an open fire. Yeah, chipmunks roasting on them. And you know, that was another one that was a funny one. There was an older guy at work when I was at the prison, and he put it on YouTube, and he goes, wait, listen to this. And she says, later we'll have some pumpkin pie and we'll do some caroling. But if you really listen to it, like just like not really listen to it, but if you just like casually just listen, it does sound like she says, maybe we'll have some fucking pie. And once I heard it like that, I will never hear it any other way. So you guys, when you come to Christmas time and you hear rocking around the Christmas tree, remember when she says the pumpkin pie part, and it sounds like she's saying fucking pie. Anyway, visiting my grandma right now. She's 88. I visit every Tuesday. I'm showing her chat and she's cracking up. She watched the race a couple weeks ago. I think you have a new fan. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. Love grandma. Tell her we love her over here. That's awesome. Yeah, no, I that's awesome, Tony, because I think that's one of those things where even just like with Joe Fan talking about his aunt, it's like we take for granted when we have someone so close and we're able to visit once a week, or we're able to visit once every, every other day or every third day or whatever. Because when people are farther away, it's like, man, just sucks that I missed out on the time, and visiting and hanging out and stuff. And that's one of those things where I love the fact that grandma lived 4 blocks from where I was at. And I went to her every day and we visited and hung out. And, we went for, we walked around the building out at her retirement community. And it was great, man. It was fun. Dad is 76 in his yard. Yep, absolutely, man. That's kind of, like I said, my dad's a couple years younger, but he's the same way. That's pretty cool. Yep. Well, we got a few in here, Wraith. We got a few that are over. So, borderline antiques. Yeah, that's exactly it. I agree. See, Nolan, that's the way to look at it right there, man. I woke up in the morning and my ankle popped so loud it made me catch. That's freaking funny, dude. That's really funny. What's going on, Steve? Welcome in, brother. Welcome in. So we used to say the 50s, 80s, and 90s. Would you start saying that? Because the equivalent of 1920s, dude. And I know it. I guess it's the 2020s and because you can't really see it. I don't know. I would just normally kind of just put them. You almost have to put them in front when it's like, because Grandma Fran, she just passed away in February, but she was born in 1924. That's crazy. That just blows my mind. Or 23, because her password was 24. She's born in 23. They screwed up on her. 23. She was born in August of 23. Actually look forward to the song playing in my story. Yeah, dude, watch. If you hear it, you'll know. You'll catch it. I like every time, even when Merrick like laughed about it because he heard me talking about it to my ex and so now every time it comes on, he goes, "Hey, Dad, what did she say?" I go, "Shut up." So that's pretty funny. All right. I finally caught up from my slow and over chatty myself. Okay. So how about this one? So I did already open the Skeletor Mumra, which is freaking awesome. I do have the Mumra on there now. So I do have it set up as the Mumra, which I probably will set it up as the Skelra just because you guys see there's one. I think he's on the other side behind here, but I've got 4 Mumras. I've got the Dream Master, I've got the Light Up, I've got the regular one, and then this one. And I actually have the little guy too. I even have the 5.5, the Super 7 one. So I have a lot of Mumras. He's obviously the one that doesn't really fit because he's so short. But the other day when I was screwing around before I went downstairs, I did this. I just put him on Andre the Giant. And it worked. It fit. It's different. It looks a little goofy, but it fits. But I'll probably put him back on. I don't know why I put him on there. I said, I wonder if it fits. And it fits really well. And the head size and everything looks really good with that. So, it's definitely a little different. But Jim, Twisted Chris Mel, early 90s. Oh, okay. That's funny. Yeah, and the Cat's Lair is beautiful, man. That is one thing that, like, when I look back and say, man, frivolous and bought too many things that I shouldn't have, and most of it comes down to getting the Mondo stuff. But Cat's Lair and Eternia were the 2 that I'm like, I am so happy I was able to get those. Like those 2, and that's why I'm kind of like really hoping that we get a payment plan onto the Snake Lair because I really do want it. I won't be able to pay it straight out. I can't. And if we get payment plan, I get it. If we don't end up getting to where we get a payment plan, I'll probably end up not getting it, which is going to break my heart a little bit, but I'll get over it. I'm a big boy. G.I. Joe is taking all my money. Yeah, no. And see, that's kind of like we were talking about. It's like we have to make a choice. We have to figure it out. We have, like, sometimes, like, I love to cherry pick from the line. Like, I really do love classifieds. I have a lot of classified stuff. All of my classifieds have completely fallen down. I think just being out of the room, I don't think being out of the room has a lot to do with it, but it's the fact that I have an air conditioner swamp cooler sitting right outside this window. And I think it just, everything, I didn't have a lot of that stuff set up. So when I put everything together, a lot of the stuff that might be standing on its own kind of, you know, the condensation doesn't really help, I'm sure. I made that cartoon. What is it? Oh, the Mantisaur, the cartoon Mantisaur that Yurko made. That thing has already kind of like everything that was glued together has already dropped. So I have to redo it or just re-glue it back together because it just, the condensation in here, I think it just makes everything not stick very well. So you got to plug it from, sorry guys, the router to the side of your laptop. So I got Merrick that router wire so he can try to go non-wireless and just do regular internet instead of that, so he can get better. My kid just requested I watch One Piece. Read with him. Papa Duty. Love you, Kenny. Peace out. All right, buddy. I'll get with you and we'll figure out some blind box stuff. Definitely. I don't know what to make of those. I'd like to get a couple of Vintage Thundercats, but beyond my scope. And honestly, like the vintage Thundercats for me weren't, I never had one before, so the nostalgia really isn't there. The cartoon, obviously, yes, I love the cartoon, but I can get my nostalgia with this newer line. I just never really cared for the way it was constructed. It's just like, you know, it's awesome and it's worth getting if you're, I mean, we're all collectors, and it's just, I'm just happy that Super 7 did come out with the Thundercats line and we could get a better design and a better figure all the way around. So, but I don't know, are you not sure what to make of the crossover with Mattel, or are you talking like these little 5.5 guys? Because the crossover with Mattel, dude, honestly, I am extremely happy with that. Like, I'm looking at my Eternia in front of me, and this cat, it's so cool that it's identical. It's actually the Eternia cat. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with these. So I would say definitely thumbs up on that set. I got to get all that one on the crossover. So for sure. 2 Necrocondas for 15 each. Hell yeah. That is awesome, dude. That is awesome. Yeah. It does. It really does. I agree. It looks like that. It looks like one of the one, like the one that was, is it the mirror? No, the mirror one had a lot more hair, right? But I do know what you're talking about. I'm just trying to think. One Piece is meh. Well, isn't it like, Joe Fan, isn't there like 800 episodes or some shit like that? Isn't there like way freaking too many episodes of that? Paint it red, kind of goat man looking. Yeah, that could be. Yeah, that's true. You know, I did see a lot of people combine this head with Pighead, because the body, the green is perfect. And I'm gonna have to try to fool around with that. That's where I just need these consistent days off, and to have like consistency with 2 days in a row, so I can actually, you know, get some sleep and you know, wake up, have time to do it, because I am a lot more motivated to do shit now. It's just now I ran out of time to do it. You know, like before, you got all the time in the world, but I didn't have the motivation because I was all Now I have all the motivation, but now I don't have time. So it's gonna be good though. Corny Bear, welcome in. Yeah. Necroconda weekend. Dude, and honestly, like if you can catch those sales, like I finally caught the sketch series of Hordak and Grizzlor. It was when I was in the mountains, and I went up to see, when I went to stay at my uncle's place, we went to that Target and they had 2 of them for $8.99. And I was like, dude, finally, because my Target doesn't have shit like that. So I was kind of sad, but I was really happy that I finally got a couple fodder parts for, you know, like that's kind of what I'm, you know, when we customize, that's why we buy 2 sets of stuff, just to get those extras. I have 6. I'm still waiting for Footloose and Zap need to be made. Other than that, I've got nothing that I need at the moment. That's cool. That is really cool. That, you know what? that's a good feeling, right? The ultimate side up Mumra is so awesome. Yes, definitely. He is really cool. Let me grab him real quick. I just set him down over here. Oh God. Oh. Son of a bitch. Oh, okay. Yeah, I really like his weapon too, man. The weapon is freaking sick. Oh, I gotta put him back in here. Boop. Just turn on the light. Yeah, this one is so cool. Yeah. Do it to him. Yeah, that one's so cool. Dun 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 dun. Wait, wait. And that's the other thing about Thundercats. Like I love the music for Masters of the Universe. I really do, and especially like the stuff with Skeletor, like all the evil music and shit. But there's nothing like the Thundercats dark music. Like when there's something going on, and there's like when Mumra's growing, when he goes from the little mummy to the big guy. That sound, the music is just the best. I don't find any cartoon to match that soundtrack, you know. So put that Mantisaur in resin, make those arms heavy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Well, he's telling me it makes them heavy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put some more resin in there and hopefully attach it, maybe seal it off a little bit, maybe kind of put some of the clear stuff on the inside. Because yeah, I think it is have to do with that. And I didn't hollow anything out. They're all solid parts. So when you're putting those arms like that, you know, and it just it's no good. So I definitely have to find a better way to adhere it, you know. Outdoor storage room, window unit, space heater, but it still gets super hot in there. About to turn my guest room into a collection room. That's what I did. And my son now that he's got his little setup in his room, he's happy. But he was the one that told me the other day, he's like, man, I kind of regret not keeping my game room. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I mean, you probably would have saved me. He probably would have saved me a lot of money if he wouldn't have accepted that change, because he told me, he's like, Dad, you can put your stuff in there because I don't really need the game room anymore. And I was like, done. Okay. Don't tell me twice. But I had a projector up there and I had the screen up on the wall. I had bean bags. I had Mario stuff everywhere. I had 3D printed cool shit on the wall for him for his game room. And we had all the games set up and hooked up to the in a little table back here. We had all his systems hooked up to the projector so we could just play every game on the wall. And I was like, I'm not turning it into a guest bedroom. I don't want people here. They could stay at a motel. I don't really care. I mean, if somebody needs to stay here, they could sleep on the couch. But you know, that's definitely one of those where I'm like, I have enough family in town that if family comes needs to stay, they could stay with my sister. She's got a bunch of extra rooms and my parents. So that's pretty bad. I know. Mumra was amazing. Don't get me wrong. The cartoon made him a bit above. Well, yeah. Ultraman, I don't know. I think when you look at it, yes, there were moments, but that's kind of how the 80s was, right? The 80s was going to make the bad guy kind of goofy. Even obviously Skeletor was the most goofy of them all. But I think there were moments where Mumra was scary shit, man. Like, and just like, what's his name? Oh, let me grab him just to pull him out. Is it Mongor? Mongor. This dude, now he was freaking scary at the beginning, right? And then when, of course, at the end, they, you know, he fed off the fear and he got bigger and bigger and bigger as everyone was scared of him. Like, this is probably one of my favorite Thundercat figures. Like, he is freaking awesome, dude. Like, look at that. Look at those hooves, man. Claws and shit. Not hooves, but his animal beast feet. I don't know. He's even got that little back hook there. I say hooves. Sorry. Brain fart. They're not hooves, dummy. He's not a horse. Okay. Got a ton of classifieds. I go out with my son every weekend. That is cool, dude. That is awesome that you can share that with him. I hope one of these days I'll be able to do that. Like, I enjoy whatever I can share with my kid. Like, I was happy this summer when he wanted to play basketball. So we bonded on that. When we go to my uncle's, we have such a good time. And I love even just sitting with him and grabbing a controller and playing Smash Brothers or Mario Kart or something, just hanging out. Of course, he's 12, so he's into that stuff. He's at that age, but one of these, I mean, and I think no matter what, we find a way to kind of keep our interests close to where we can still enjoy the stuff with each other, so I love that. Anyone's mismatched stuff is not something I need. Yeah, no, you're right. And the part that sucks is that I really wish they would have come out with the Thundercats before the Turtles. And I know a lot of people disagree with me because a lot of Turtle fans out there. But for me, being older, I never was a huge Turtle guy, but I was always a Thundercat person. So for me, I wish Thundercats would have dropped when I had the extra money and I wasn't worried about it. Which I probably should have been worried about it, because then I could have probably saved it and I wouldn't be struggling, but whatever. That's my fault. But anyway, but I agree. It's something, we don't need it. Well, we don't need any of this shit, right? Have you ever seen Arnold the Barbarian? No. You should definitely check it out. Introduce Brigands to the entire movie. Definitely, dude. Nolan, send me a link to that, or send me some info on that, because I will forget by the time this thing ends. So please send me something on IG. I want to definitely check that out for sure. 11:40. Oh my god, dude, I am so far behind. I'm gonna speed through these guys real quick. I'm not that I don't care. I just want to try to catch up. Zuko real black and make. Okay, all right. Is that firecracker? The character reminds a few. All right. Cherry picking mythic and cosmic. See, I won't do that. I won't get in. The only thing I have from those is a couple of skeletons, and that's it. And I did one custom for Alan, Attorney of Dreams. I did a custom for him, so could have done better for sure. Before I forget to spark weapons out, just want to make sure mail didn't lose them. Alf, I will talk to you. Like I said, you missed the beginning. I'll message you. I will get everybody out the tracking numbers when I get them. The double week thing, I won't even make excuses. It's definitely my bad, but I'm gonna hopefully on Friday, because I think I might be off Saturday this week. Which hopefully I can maybe get it out in the morning, because I get paid Friday. So hopefully we'll get that going. 5942. It will. Yeah, Spencer. What's up, Spencer? I think it will, though. I think once we get close, for sure, we'll do that. So let's see. Can you print that sculpts? Install that up, Eisen. Yeah. I purchased some, Jason. I did get some of those that you attach to the little batteries. I haven't messed with them yet, but I did get some because there were some figures that I was thinking about doing. Because if you think about it, like, I could print stuff in clear, right? And then paint, do a good layers of paint on the outside and then leave the eyes clear. And then, with an open back or with the neck hole, or do something where, you could figure those out. Yeah, there's a way. There's for sure a way. And there was a few vehicles that I did. Actually, I did that to Skeletor's table. I printed it like just normal for the Snake Mountain table. And then the top piece I printed in clear red. And then I stuck a white light through it and it just shines really good. So yeah, I was thinking about, Jason, was doing that with Yurko did the Ancient Spirits of Evil statues for 3D print. And I was thinking about doing something with those to light up somewhere, like in the eyes, or find like in the chest and the eyes, like when he's calling the Ancient Spirits of Evil or something, and then have them like glowing. That would be really cool to see, like a Mumra, like as the mummy calling it, and then the lighting up. That would be obviously a cool photo shoot for sure, but that would really be cool. That's what a tent is for. That's right. They could sleep out in the yard. My family could come visit. No one ever does on a rare occasion. But yeah, that's true. Son loved Pokemon cards. He's 11. So yeah. And Merrick got a couple and he just never really got into it after that. So it's kind of funny. Yes, I do. Let's check it out. So this is a mixture of Boojaboo, Mega Custom X, and Aliencito had a couple extra pieces that Boojaboo didn't have. And then I scraped all of the veins off of the mutated Moss Man, so I could get it, still I made him clear, and then I 3D printed the head in the clear green, and then the hat I painted obviously, and then I did some of the face and then some of the feet there. I actually had some glow in the dark resin in there as well, so it actually the feet glow and a little bit of the face, and then his weapon glows. So I'm very happy with my priest. So if it doesn't fund, I'm happy with mine, but I really hope it does fund because I think everybody needs him. He's not like, when we missed out on Keklar, it was like, oh darn, big deal. It would have been nice to have everything, but I wasn't heartbroken to miss out on Keklar, the one for Maternia. But this guy, he's a must. And actually what's really funny is I know a lot of people, maybe they didn't see my show, but maybe they heard from something, but it was funny because there was some people that I saw in different lives mention that what I was talking about. They should do, if it doesn't fund, they should do like a set of Keklar and Pythonus together and do like the old school, club, or not Club Grayskull, but this box. Put your Power of Grayskull, box, and put those two in there since they're still both Preternia pieces. That would be cool to do a 2-pack of the mist figures. That would be great. Storm rolling in, powers flickering. Uh-oh, Joe fan. Damn, man. I hope everything's all right. Hopefully you don't get it too bad. Hopefully it passes quickly. MOTU will always be number one love, but I agree with Thundercats, specifically the theme song, Thundercats, Silverhawks as well. Hell yeah. And you know what's funny for me? The theme song that matches with, of course, Thundercats because of the company and the cartoon was Tiger Sharks. The Tiger Sharks was obviously very similar to the Thundercats just because of obviously the studio and all that. But I loved the Tiger Sharks. Like there wasn't as many obviously, but that was a fun cartoon. And I it was a little different, but I thought it was cool. And it did have a similar vibe as the Thundercats. I thought that was cool. Silverhawks, but Line annoyed me because they didn't release all the villains. Yeah, that I think you're definitely not alone in that. I think there was a lot of people that were mad about that because we all know that the villains probably or most likely were our favorites anyway. I really want Snake Lair, but no work last week. I only did Thursday this week. Doesn't look like the one I really want is going to make it. Yeah, I think it's 8. That's right. So I think I would have wanted him to. I think just obviously having an original would be so much cooler. But I already missed out on the Snake I missed out on. Good Lord. The lady, the bone lady. It's so bad. I hate my brain when it doesn't work. Someone please take me out of my misery and spit her name for me. I'm looking right at her like she's right here. Someone help. Someone help. Anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. So I missed out on the early bird special. So I mean, that's one thing that's going to suck. But I might miss out on the whole thing. I'm with you, Steve. If I'm not able to do the payment plan, I'm not going to get it. That's bottom line. I gotta say, outside G.I. Joe, the villains are usually my big draw. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, that sucks, Steve. But like I said, I might be in the same boat unless we're able to get the payment plan. We'll both just have to live vicariously through everyone else. Hit one. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, that was crazy. Looking forward to new MOTU game. Now that looked cool, right? I saw it was everywhere. It's funny when something releases like that. My whole feed was just loaded. So it does look really cool. It reminds me of like a double dragon, because you can go up and down and you can fight like that. Like that is really, really cool. Duarte Studio. Yes. No, I'm definitely aware of Duarte. Dude, I saw that Power Rangers thing he did. Freaking insane, man. Like obviously he puts together a lot of cool shit, but I'm just like specifically like the fact that with all the lighting and with just how freaking perfect it is, like that, he does such good work. Dude, thank you, Nolan. Hell yeah, I'm excited, man. That is really, really cool. Let's see. Love the green. Yeah, he came out good. He did. I just I think for me, when the second that I saw that I was able to scratch off Mossman's veins, I was like, dude, that's gonna be a perfect one. And then I was able to print that head in the clear to match the body. And then of course his weapon I printed in glow. And then I printed his waist, his shorts here, the bottom part I think is glow, and then his feet glow, but that was by mistake. But that definitely Meg Mucklebones, that's her name. See, look, Lady Slither, thank you. I like Meg Mucklebones best. Yeah, so they made the and but you know what? Look at this. Let me show you. This is another thing. This is thanks to Yurko again. Oh, I don't want to drop anything. Which I did. This was another thing about like with Yurko and what I was able to get already and what I have set up in my shelf was like I have the Lady Slither, like her chair that Yurko made. It's a 2-piece, so it kind of just fits in the back here. But like, that is such a cool freaking thing here. So like the throne, and then I actually have like the snakes shooting the poison out, and it looks like it's liquid coming out of their mouth. So, and I even put her little the little amulet there. So I'm pretty happy with what I have. Now the bone one, she's gonna look cool. I would never put her in that snake form because I didn't really care for the way that they did that. Like the snake with that big, it's just like, I don't know. I didn't really like it, but like all her upper torso and waist and all that stuff looked really cool. There's the man right there, baby. Yeah. That's exactly it. Yurko allows us to get all this cool shit before it's made, you know? And that's what that's what's awesome for me. All right, you genius, man. Thanks for coming in. I will definitely, as soon as, you know, I didn't forget about you, so don't ever worry about it. It is still, and I will say it every week. Every time I see you, I'm like, it hasn't moved. It's still got your name on it. So we'll definitely get that going. So yeah, so Chad was able to go to a con and stay out of the kill zone this week. We're really proud of him. That was cool too, though. I told him after, I think it's really cool. Like I love, like when Mikey does it too. Like I love when someone's at a con and they run through and they do their lives, and of course they're running into people we see and we know, and like with Mikey going through San Diego, it was just so cool seeing. He kind of puts you there, right? So for us that didn't make it, that didn't get to go, that for me, I need to start getting my shit together so I can start going to some cons. Because I have yet to go. Like I went to that one in Colorado Springs and it was trash. It was like a Funko Pop thing. So definitely am looking forward to, and I know, like, you know, if Mikey's available, speaking of cons, we might have a little conversation after. Man, I'm just sitting there looking at this guy again. Man, he's so cool. Hell yeah. But it is cool. It is cool. Because I mean, those, like the one that he just went to up in was New Jersey. Shit was cool, man. And it's just cool to see everybody coming together and just, you know, having a good time. Like it's just cool. I want to do that sometime. One of these days. One of these days, damn it. I'm gonna turn that light out. I don't want it to burn out. So yeah, absolutely. Give him 3 minutes. All right, give you 3 minutes, sir. We definitely will. Let's see. Yep, I'll send it. Okay, let me get that to him real quick. I'll bring Mikey on real quick and let him have a little chat. Speaking of cons, we'll bring on our first guest to Kenzo Live. You know, where are you? Where are you, Mikey? Oh, here you are. Do. All right, there you go, Mikey. Me, you, Poe. It's 2026 Toy Tuber Con. Hell yeah, because what part of is Poe close to that side, or is he over on the other? I mean, it doesn't matter because I know you're on the other side. We definitely would be taking a flight, right? We'd have to fly a little bit, but I think it'd be fun, man. Dude, I need to get to one. I just need to make sure and not show up to a con where I'm gonna get knocked the fuck out. Yeah, knock the fuck out, bro. Yeah, because you're a keyboard warrior, bro. What's up, Skies? Cavern Library Comics Ultimates. I wish Super 7 get the rights back to MOTU. Oh, dude. Hey, you know what? I will always say my favorite He-Man head sculpt is the one from Super 7. Definitely. And he has a little white there. I need to clean that off. But I sprayed him so I could try to scan it, and it didn't really scan very good. So we're on the left coast. Yeah, so you're on the left coast. I'm in the mountains. So, you know, we're all right. We'll be all right. Let's see. Let me make sure. Okay. Did I have a spot open with all that other crap? Yeah. I don't think that dude's ankle bracelet's about in New Jersey. Oh, that's funny. That's hilarious. Damn, dude. Stay safe, brother. Stay safe for sure. Yep, that's a piece of chip. He's a piece of cheap, bro. I thought it was just the funniest. I still always laugh at that, and I never really brought it up in my like as far as or addressed it afterwards. But I think I make jokes about it and shit. But I think it was just the funniest thing that, like, all of a sudden we're just sitting there and I'm painting and I'm just kind of having a good time, and all of a sudden, dude, like he had been practicing this, man. He'd been sitting in the mirror, like talking to himself, getting his little thing ready and his little spiel, and all of a sudden he's just like, well, you know, you're being a little bitch. Yeah, you're being a little bitch. And I was like, oh fuck, give me a fucking break. Joe Fan, well, I won't say names. I won't give him any credit, give me kind of you know, anything for it. But someone was basically we were in the clubhouse, and there's a guy that would come in after his live, and he would always be shit faced, and he'd come in and he'd talk his shit to everybody, and everybody would get annoyed. Half the group would leave because they just want to deal with him. We just kind of put up with it for a while, and then like he would come back the next week and say sorry, and then the week after he'd get drunk again and act like an idiot again, and then say sorry again, and then like it was an ongoing thing, and they want to make a joke about it and say, well, I'll just make a video, so every time I act like a douchebag, I could just put the video on and it's telling everyone sorry. And this is all I said, guys. And this is how much it mattered to me. I was just annoyed. So I just made one comment and I said, can I say something? I said, the truth is if you apologize and you don't change, it's just manipulation. And that's it. I said it just like that. And I stopped and then I shut up, and that's all I said. And it ate at him for a month. Just kept thinking about it. Like, oh, he thought I was weak, and and I'm like, no, I was just annoyed with you, and I just said what I thought because that's the truth, right? Because he just wanted to keep on making a joke about being a douche. Well, it's fun for you, but just like everybody else, when there's 5 sober people in a room and one that's completely shit-faced, he's having a blast, but everyone else is like, dude, this guy's an idiot, and I just made a comment. So then he like a month later, he gets on the live with us and starts barking at me and shit, saying he was going to fight me and knock me the fuck out and all this other shit. Meet me at a con. We're going to fight. I'm like, dude, you don't mean that. I could give 2 shits about if you live or die. I don't give a damn about you. So for me to waste my energy, I don't even want to talk to you. I don't even have this conversation because I made one comment, and apparently it got your panties so tight that you couldn't stand it anymore. So you decided that you wanted to, talk shit. So that was my little thing. It's kind of funny. No, he's not allowed on Aj's show anymore, apparently. So, but anyway, guys, let me welcome to the stage my good friend, the man, the myth, the legend, the Mikey. Attorney of Royalty. What's up, buddy?
What's up, man?
Sorry, you had to follow that fun story there, right? No.
I really enjoyed that. Honestly, when that happened, I didn't think it was this big deal. And then, obviously I went and I saw the video and it cracked me up, man. I was like, it's exactly how you explained it. I mean, down to a T. He definitely had that loaded for probably a good, I don't know, at least few days, right? Yeah. Like he was thinking on that.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, here's the time. Let me just drop this.
He took a shot before he got on.
And yeah, it backfired pretty bad on him.
It's funny. Spencer says, kick his ass, Seabass. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's not, and for me, it was even just a matter of like, if you're gonna do that, to each their own, whatever. But you come onto a show where there's like 6 or 7, 8 other people sometimes, and if you see 4 of them drop off every time you come on, it doesn't it kind of fit? Like, dude, just stop doing it. Just stop coming on, because you're making an idiot out of yourself. Nobody wants you there anyway. So anyway, so positive stuff. So
right.
I would love to let Mikey, because last time I saw Mikey come on a show, there was too many people and there was too many stepping on him, and I thought, I want Mikey to come on and be able to.
Well, I can only say so much, so that's the thing.
That's true, but at least be able to say it without, like, because I don't know, even when you were saying what you had to say, it was like, it wasn't anybody's fault, but it was like somebody else had to leave, so then they had to plug what they were doing, and you were just like in the middle of your, like, it took all the energy.
Right in the middle of the speech.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, that was a big, we were calling it a party, right? There was probably about, I think there was 7 of us. So, it's like going in the clubhouse and trying to announce something. So
right.
It's a little hectic. But yeah, thank you for having me on. I'm just going to come on here and we're just going to spill the beans in a sense, right? For those of you that don't know, I'm currently partnering with Mega J Retro. And we got to talking, we got a movie coming out next year. We've got 2000X toy line, both Mondo and Mattel. We've got a 40th anniversary for She-Ra that felt more like just like a birthday card birthday as opposed to a big celebration. This is the time. This is MOTU's going up and up and up, right? So ever since the 80s, this is probably its next peak moment. So Mega J and I wanted to capture that and have a huge celebration. What better way to celebrate than a convention, right? Now, we know Val has plans to bring back PowerCon, and by no means are we trying to step over that. I used to volunteer at PowerCon. I love PowerCon, and I wish them nothing but the best. But, I know that PowerCon has been moved to the East Coast. I'm pretty sure there's no intention of Val coming back to California. So therefore, I wanted something to happen for the West Coast folks, or anybody, let's say, west of the Mississippi, right? So ultimately, Jay and I, we've narrowed it down. We've got a couple different nice. Thank you, Al. We've narrowed it down to a couple locations. The big thing is, obviously, I'm not in any sort of financial position to completely just throw down on funds to throw a con. Jay, so we're going to be looking for support. We've got some big announcements coming up. Obviously, we're not trying to take advantage of anybody or anything like that. We basically are going to be looking at doing a fundraising campaign, and we've got some ideas for it. So if you follow Mega J Retro, or if you subscribe to him on YouTube, just stay tuned, because he's got a video. We're probably going to be doing some big announcements next week. We're partnering with Toy Habits as well. They're going to be putting up, I forget when their live stream is, but this week they have a live stream, I believe. And they'll be talking about a poll going up about, are you interested in having a con in California? And we want to hear from you guys. Like, what would you like to see? Do you want to see our funds go towards talent? Do you want to see the funds go towards exclusives? Do you want to see them go towards both? Like, it really depends on how much we can do. But we want this to be a huge celebration. Like, we'd love to get, I don't think we'd get the Nicholas Gasoline to show up, right? But we could probably get, I don't know, James Wilkinson, the guy that plays Mechanic, or it's one of those guys. Like, we just got to reach out. We got to talk to agents. We got to talk to, we'd love for Super 7 and Mondo and like all these independent companies, Ramen Toys. Like, we'd love for them to come. So we have a lot of talking to do. If you know connections, we'd love to hear from you. And if you have any ideas, or if you want to volunteer, anything like that, feel free to hit up myself or Mega J, and yeah, we'll make it happen. We want this to happen, and we're excited. So just stay tuned. It's very early on. Like I said, I can't really go too much into details. So right now, all I can say is we will need support, and please know that when we ask for that support, be open to it. That's all I would say.
Well, and that's where it all starts, right? It starts with an idea, and it goes with, like you say, I don't, and I told you when you first kind of mentioned it to me, I said, for me personally, I don't see anybody better to get this going than you, because like I said, ever since we met, it's always been, you've been such a huge MOTU fan, and you've always been, like we see all the vintage stuff behind you. That's not any of my cheap new stuff. That's all the good vintage stuff. But I mean, and just overall, like you guys, honestly, like Chad mentioned here about Michael and Toy Sorceress, but it also jumps over, and I can definitely I can mirror that with Mikey, saying that Mikey's one of the best, most genuine, and just one of the nicest people that in the community. That I think that it's very it's rare, because there are people, there's a bunch of nice people everywhere, and there's a bunch of people but it's such a genuine thing, and that's the biggest thing. Everybody just wants authenticity, and there's nobody more authentic. So
thanks.
I'm proud of you, dude, and I hope everything I hope it kills. And obviously
we're trying to build a team. We obviously we don't want to just put this on the shoulder. Like, I can't do this alone, guys.
Right.
So we're looking to build the Avengers of a con, right? Like, we want to bring, Mega J has a huge following. Talk about genuine. Mega J is real as it gets, man. I love that guy. Respect the hell out of him. And with Toy Habits, Michael and Toy Sorceress, they're fantastic.
Yeah, they both have great long reaches for sure too.
Yeah, and the passion for MOTU is there from all of us. Yeah. So we want to be able to like pour that passion out into this convention for you guys. That's ultimately what we're looking to do.
Oh yeah. Sick. That's cool, man. Hell yeah. And like I said, anytime, I mean, for whatever, obviously I can offer as much time as I have, and obviously whatever you need from me as well.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're coming up with just random talks of ideas. Like, honestly, I think you would be a fantastic guest. I was telling Mega J, I was like, wouldn't it be cool to have like a customization sort of panel and have you? I would love to get Alf. Maybe we'd be interested. Like, these 3D printer guys come on out, painting, like a painting seminar, learn how to paint figures. Something like that would be amazing. I think that would be really cool to have.
Yeah, this guy right here, man. Woo-wee. Talk about putting some stuff together, man. Gee, that would be freaking awesome for sure. But no, yeah, and I just, like I said, when I saw you, I wasn't sure if you were off, and I knew my whole Tuesday switching over to Tuesdays might have been a little bit easier to get you on. And I thought, anytime anything comes up, or if you have any announcements or whatever, you can definitely jump on here. Not that my reach is that much bigger than, I don't have too much. My little channel of,
but the thing is honestly, the people that watch this, they watch the other stuff, and the word, it's, the whole reason I come on all the shows. Like, I was talking with Tom. Tom doesn't have much of an audience, but
right.
the spider webs grow, right? And people talk, oh, did you hear there might be a MOTU con in California? Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, and then it just continues to grow. Like, we wanted the word to spread.
Yeah.
And this is how it starts.
Yeah, absolutely. That's cool, man. That's cool. And I honestly, that would be, I mean, what better way to go to my first con to do that one, right? That would be ultimately the best one to go to for the first, especially because, like you said, the big ones are cool to a point, but the intimate ones are the best, because
you're right. It's like hanging with friends that you never really get to see except through a screen, and then you get to see them in real life.
Yeah, absolutely. That's dude. Honestly, that's the first thought I had. I was like, man, if there was any way he was,
If we could get Yurko and Bujabu and all those guys, I mean,
yeah,
international travel to have to pay for would be rough. But
yeah, yeah,
you know, I would love to get like Axel and Fetch to come from South America, and it's like, man,
yeah.
you know, again, it really comes down to how much funds we can raise. We, you know, obviously we're gonna start doing some. We were talking about doing some crazy stuff to raise funds, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and if there's anything I can offer, you know, I mean, I might have a couple of things I've made that might be sitting around here that are already printed and done and painted. I might be able to donate some stuff, maybe do some kind of raffle for it or something.
Spencer, you hit it right on the nose, man. It's MOTU, for the people, by the people. This is a con for the fans, by the fans, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It might be the slogan right there. For the fans, by the fans.
Well, and you've got, I mean, just like we've been seeing, even just like with the con they had in New Jersey, that's kind of what it was. It was put on with Articulated Ninja put it together, and it literally was a toy tuber con. It was like the people, and it was the friends of friends of friends, and it was just a bunch of people hanging out, enjoying each other, and you could just see everybody was just having such a good time, and that's for the MOTU collectors. What is there?
Right.
Besides the big ones, there's really nothing that's there. Like PowerCon has been, it's a watered down something else now, right? They jumped into.
And even if it, you know, I mean, Val talked about it being a MOTU centric PowerCon, MOTU themed. Why not 2 cons? Hell,
Oh yeah,
I would love to have the con that I'm throwing, and then all of a sudden I don't have to worry about that kind of stuff, and I go to someone else, like go back to PowerCon and enjoy it also. Like that's kind of my dream for next year, is to be able to do both.
Yeah. Well, and based on the fact that, like you said, like you've told me since the beginning, was once it moved out of the state, you're just like, oh man, because everything was so perfect out, you know, where they had it.
Funny story of how this all came about is I basically made a Kickstarter years, like we're talking as soon as PowerCon left. I made a Kickstarter in I think it was 2022. I called it Masters Con, which obviously that probably would have got me a cease and desist. But I put it all through, and then Kickstarter rejected it. It said it was too bare bones because I didn't have a venue. I didn't have anything. I was just trying to start something. And
you threw some spaghetti against the wall.
Exactly. I threw some spaghetti at the wall, and it did not stick that time. And so I just kind of gave up on it, right? I was just like, yeah, it's, you know, I have not much. I have zero. Let's put it that way. I have zero experience at a con. All I have is basically, I know I'm a fan. I definitely can talk to some people, and people talk to people.
Right.
I will network the hell out of this. And when Mega J came to me, he's like talking to me about the possibilities of a con in California, and, you know, him being in Canada, he's like, you can be the boots on the ground. And he talked to me about his experience, and he has thrown cons. So that's kind of where we know I'm going in knowing that we can get this done. We have an experienced person that's thrown very successful cons in the past. So, and then the fact that, you know, we're kind of working on building a team. Like I said, we got, you know, Toy Habit's going to be talking about it on their stream here, doing the polls about what you guys want to see, and we'll see where it takes us.
Hell yeah, dude. That's exciting, man. That's super exciting. Because like I said, when you can put something together like that, and just the people coming in, and these are, like you said, it's all people that we see many times through a screen, but just being able to hang out and share that, I've yet to have something cool, like, you know, to experience that with my toy friends, you know. So
right.
That would be such a cool experience for sure. So
K-Dog's saying the dog needs a walk. I get that. I'll probably have to walk mine here after we're done.
All right, K-Dog, thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, we gotta get a race going here pretty quick, don't we?
Did you get super chats today?
Jason's got 10, Allison's got 10, and MOTU Tony's got 20. We got 4
Nice.
racers.
I will not throw in and spoil in the last second, I swear.
Spoiler! Literally.
I still can't believe that happened, man. That was so crazy. I felt so bad for Matthew because it was like he put in all that on the right at the end, and then I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna put a $10 bet in. And then I put spoiler, thinking like I don't have a chance. And then sure enough.
Yeah, that's funny, man. Well, and that's why, like, after when I always say at the beginning, I always want to make sure and rotate them. So that way I just don't, shuffle them through and let them get there. And yeah, it's kind of funny. So, but all right. Thanks for coming, hanging out, K-Dog, for sure, man. But yeah, no, I honestly, and again, I mean, I know obviously with your scheduling and stuff, I wouldn't even be opposed to, if we could figure something out, maybe just throw in a consistent duo if you're down for it, man. I wouldn't mind having a nice little two-person show instead of me doing my Kenzo live. We could just kind of go back to the old to the old,
like the old Instagram live days.
Yeah, that would be obviously Mikey's a hell of a lot more interesting than me battling about, like, getting lost in my own thought. I got to tell you, man.
I don't know about that. You hold down the show for 2 hours. There's no way I could hold down a show by myself for 2 hours. It's kind of crazy, man. I give you props.
Well, I wouldn't. It's funny because it's just like I joke about it, but man, there's just so much shit going on. And I'm kind of like,
Ken squared is always an option. There you go.
Right. Well, we were supposed to have a Ken Cubed show with K-Dog, myself, and Ken Poe.
Toy Connections.
Yeah. What's going on, All Music Fan 88? Welcome in. Long time no see.
I haven't seen him in the chat for a while.
Yeah, it's been a little while. But I'm gonna do this. We'll chat a little bit. I'm gonna throw some names on here. We're gonna do a jetpack race timer tonight. Again, thank you. Brought to you by Mikey, because he gave me his login to this cool thing to allow me to have more racers than like 2 or 3 or whatever.
Right. I always just found that's why I was like, I used to do the giveaways on Instagram Live with the wheel, and it was like, the wheels, it's okay, but the races are just fun to watch, right? It's just a little more entertaining. Oh, I was going to show you. Check out what came in the mail.
Ooh, what you got?
If you got a little bit of money.
Ooh.
Bro, this thing is on sale right now at Hot Topic. If you sign up for their, look at how nice. This is like a mesh.
That is
and
nice.
It's all embroidered there. Look at this. The inside, it's got, let's see if I can get this on camera. It's got like He-Man and face and Battle Cat.
Oh, dude, that is cool.
There's pockets galore. There's a pocket on the inside. It's got 2 like side pocket on that side pocket on this side. Like, this is, talk about con, right? This is my new con backpack. I ended up getting 2.
What?
Yeah. It's on sale. So you sign up for their email and their text, right? They'll send you a coupon for 30% off.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say it's on sale for $50. So with 30% off, it came to like $37. And this is Loungefly, dude. Like, this is super nice. So for $37, it's a full size. It's not one of the minis. This is a full size backpack. It's got like the gold there. It's got this fun little sword dangler there.
That is cool. The only one I did get I got the Gray Skull one that came with the
I
little.
Paid $100 for the mini Gray Skull one.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
$37 for one that's. This thing's pretty badass, man. And the mini pocket. It's also lined with the what's it called? This little helmet continues in there, and it's still got the liner even on the mini pocket.
Looks like the mushrooms on coordinate on what's on.
So
Boomerang.
I mean, I was super impressed with the quality, and my wife's like, "Well, that one's gonna get all effed up from taking it to cons," and I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Are you gonna get another one?" I was like, "Oh."
At that price?
I was like, at that price, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
you're Hot Topic, man. Check it out while they still got stock.
Yeah, well, if it's still there on Friday, I might spend a little money on it.
I just picked up this for those of you that follow Castle Gay Skull on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
He just had a little kind of garage sale, like trying to get rid of stuff. And yeah, that Retro Rags hooked me up with the 3 power pins.
That's cool. Also, they're just
Battle damage triple pack.
They're just like a regular pin, just like a.
Yeah, they're just regular.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, there you go. Gotcha. Got
Yep.
the little chits behind
Those
them.
are my 2 new MOTU editions.
Very cool. Very cool. I haven't opened yet. I put them on the cover there, but I guess I was going to open these 2, but I was thinking I'm going to probably do a video for this guy because
people are finding them on pegs now on Target. The MOTU Thundercats. Nice.
Yeah, I did find these at the Target in Silverthorne.
Oh, so you got those at Target. Sweet.
I did end up getting them. And then, of course, that thing filled from Big Bad Toy Store.
Yeah, I was going to say, my Big Bad Toy Store for Battle Cat, man, just fulfilled.
Yeah.
You know what's funny, too? I still have the freaking Skella Shredder. I haven't even I bought this at San Diego Comic Con, and I never
got it before everybody else.
Never got around to opening it.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So now I'm like, it's one of those where you ain't first, you're last. So I was like, is it even?
Right.
I'll just leave them in there for now.
Well, but just like I've heard a few people say the same thing. It's like sometimes it really doesn't matter what you're opening. Sometimes they tune in for you. A lot of times they tune in just to see, especially what you think about it. And it's the coolest thing. And some people don't like that, but it's the coolest thing when you do a video and you show off whatever, and they're like, I wasn't gonna buy this, but I'm gonna buy it now. And you're like, cool, right on. I'm glad I was able to show you enough to get you to buy it. So
yeah, Hot Topic should give me commission because I'm sure I probably sold at least 4 bags right now, right?
At least. All right, so Jason's Electric, Allison, and 2 of MOTU Tony. I kind of got sidetracked there. So we got Jason's Electric.
But yeah, as far as doing a show with you, I would love to do that. Obviously, in this new position I'm at with work, I'm not closing as often. So I'm usually off by 5 p.m., but it's a longer commute. So like today, I was off at 5, but I didn't get home till almost 6. Oh,
shit.
Yeah, it was a lot of traffic today.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm thankful for over here is, I don't have a lot of cool shit, but man, I don't have any traffic at all.
Nice.
All right, why is this? Oh, do I have to log in now? Oh, I didn't log in. Okay, let me save these. Let me copy it because it's not letting me do it because I needed to log in. Okay, it's got your name already on there, but it doesn't save it. It doesn't save the login. So, okay, so let me put my names on. I can just paste these now, I hope. Paste. Yes. We got 4 racers. We're going to do a minute like I always do. All right.
2 minutes a good time.
Okay. All right. So let me just share the screen real quick. Mike, you can join me and cheer them on. Let me make sure there's nobody else in there. Okay. So we just have the 4. Go ahead and present. Share my screen. Jetpacks. There's our jetpack racers. Kind of goofy. All right, so just like I do, I will shuffle 5 times. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it goes MOTU Tony, Allison, Jason's Electric, and MOTU Tony with the bookends. We're going to turn down the volume like we need to, maybe a 1, maybe 2. All right. Are we ready?
Let's roll. Yeah.
Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Oh, they're actually holy crap. Yeah. I didn't know they actually take off.
MOTU Tony's in the lead twice.
You don't even see the ground. They're just racing in the sky. I don't think I've ever seen this one. That's really cool.
Yeah. I was like, it looks kind of nerdy, but maybe it'll surprise us here.
Well, I mean, this whole thing is like, yeah, I think you're supposed to be a teacher to have access to this.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's what it seems like. Yeah, it seems like some kind of after math class, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
What's going on, man? Hosa, welcome in, brother.
Jason's Electric gonna hold on to that. He's like half an arm length. Oh, Oh, now
But
he's
you
taking
always
off.
know how it is. Somebody from the back ends up pulling through with like 5 seconds
Allison's
left.
on that. She's got the turbo boost going.
Uh-oh. Maybe Jason.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Jason's
Here comes
pulled
Tony.
it. Oh,
Here comes
Tony.
Tony.
Tony too.
Oh, no,
Oh,
Jason.
no, he's like, nope, no one's catching me.
Dude, Jason for the win.
Man, that's crazy. He had the steady lead. That usually doesn't happen.
No, that is very, that's definitely rare to have somebody go top to bottom the winner. All right. Congratulations.
I love how they even kick their legs up for like trying to get the closest.
Try to get there. That's funny. And you know, Jason's always been like so supportive. He jumps in. He always throws in at least 10 every every show. And like I said it last time was when I was off for that month. The one person that would message me was Tony. He's like, "Oh, no race tonight. Dang it. My night's ruined. I wanted to race." So it's really cool, man. I'm glad, man. So it's cool. Jason got a win. We will chat. Just message me. I don't know what format it is, what we normally communicate with, but if it's X or if it's Instagram, just message me. We need an address and stuff, but also we'll kind of chat about, what we're putting. We're not going to talk about exactly what, but kind of what we're going to lean toward on the blind box. So I think Mikey, what his win, he might want something MOTU. I think, maybe. Yeah. Yeah. But Mikey, when he did win, he did give up the armor. So we had this one. We were going to put that armor in there, and Mikey graciously.
Well, yeah. I mean, Matthew dropped an extra $20 trying to get it, and then I swiped it. So I was like, you know what?
Yeah, no, that was awesome, man. That was class.
I think he would appreciate that a little bit more than, but it's all good.
That was cool.
I'm sure another one will come up down the line, and I'll.
You know a guy. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I know a guy.
Honestly, there's so much stuff that I need to send out to you. I still have those Steph Curry things I got to send out to you. I got so much crap sitting, and you and Cheryl, man, I'm like the worst friend ever. I have stuff sitting there to send you guys, and man.
Yeah, I still have a box for Cheryl also.
So,
but that's why I was hoping her birthday was summertime, but I guess not.
It was like, dang it. Well, just for gotta just do it just because. But I know the stuff I had has been there too long. I need to get it to her, man. But cool. Well, I guess we got to that 2-hour mark where we just pretty much timed it really perfectly, honestly. Like that was a really good timed out thing. We didn't even time it, but we worked it out. But anything additionally that you could think of before we skedaddle?
Not really. I mean, all I can say is stay tuned, man. Go subscribe to Mega J. You can subscribe to me if you like. I'm hoping to kind of revamp my YouTube to talk more about that once things become official. So I'm gonna make that kind of a news outlet place for things happening for this con.
Yeah, and for me, not even. I mean, obviously, whenever anything comes up, we can discuss it. But I think just in general, like I said, every time we have something where even if it's something like this where we did 20 minutes, it just kind of like, this is what I love. This is what we had so much fun doing that. Like I could get on a live and ramble forever and just talk about shit and go from subject to subject and whatever. But I think it is just so much more fun, just us hanging out, talking and chatting toys and stuff. So,
oh yeah,
I would love to. And I think that the chat would agree that I think it would be a really cool show to have the two of us together doing some stuff. And however our scheduling works, we can, I mean, if we need to change the time a little bit here and there, we can always make that happen. But I think also, stay tuned for that. Mikey and I will discuss a little bit and see what we can do. But I mean, if you're down for it, I would love to start doing like a regular show with the two of us, as opposed to just me just yapping about, like dog or something, I mean, I could talk for 2 hours, but shit.
Yeah. So. Hey, we were sitting here while you just had your logo on and you went to go take care of your kid, you know. So
Yeah.
we're good.
That's
You're
true.
good, man. You're
That's
good.
I appreciate it, man. It was, and for me, obviously, this is so much fun, and I deal with so much other shit now, especially working. It's like this is my fun. So, and especially having my good friend with me here, I think it would just add to that, and I think it would add to everyone else's enjoyment. So,
Nice.
stay
Yeah,
tuned
I
for
would
that.
love to be
We'll figure it out, and we'll maybe we'll come up with something, and we'll just have our we'll have some kind of super MOTU show,
as I always do in the chat. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
all right, guys. Well,
Oh, and look who jumps on right at the last. Talk about the third wheel here.
Man, last second, man. He hopefully you're at least listening and lurking, man. He come in as so. But
FBC.
Yep, SBC in the house. Super MOTU show, like kind of the that Saturday morning Super MOTU.
It's the Super MOTU show.
Hell yeah. So, well, thank you everyone for joining. Congratulations again to Jason for the big win. Chad, yes, everyone have a great night. Everybody, thanks for coming in. And Mendoza for popping in a little bit later, but thank you for coming in. Joe Fan, awesome talking to you, man. Prayers are going out to you as well, though. Hopefully, everything goes smoothly there. And hopefully that damn weather gets away from you, man. Jesus. He's saying his lights were flickering and everything with the rain coming in. So,
oh, wow.
Hopefully that does all right. So, all right, guys. Well, I will bid you adieu. And like I always say, we'll see you next time. But in the meantime, please, guys, stay out of the streets. Good night, everybody.
Be safe.